Hello, hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Sunday today, right? Yep. Sunday. Better late than never. So before we get into Gunpla, I wanted to try. I play chess. Well, I don't play chess anymore, but I still do puzzles every day if I can. So on chess.com. I don't have the subscription anymore, but you can do like 5 puzzles a day. I wanted to try doing that on stream before I start. Maybe sort of ritual or something, but for some reason I just wanted to do chess puzzles. So let's do that before I get into Gunpla. But we should be finishing this today, so as you guys can see. Sub-assemblies are all built, including weapons. Well, I guess except for the sword, but we'll get to that. So try doing this. See how it works. Command right frame, good enough. So let's see. I'm curious how many Gunpla builders play chess as well. So I'm black, looking for a checkmate. This goes undefended. So the king can move, white king can move here, only there. So I check him. Should be this. Nope. Wrong. So what should it have been? Is it gonna be 2 moves? So this is protected by these. I guess we have to walk the king down. Yep. Game ending idea should be that. I guess this can't attack it because it opens up. So I'm white. Just gotta check him. Then that. Checkmating idea. What is it? So it opens up. I escape there. I feel there's no other way. Yeah. No! What should it be? Oh, that's lame. Man, I just lost points from this whole exercise. It's gonna be this, no? Man, I just lost points. Alright, let's get to Gunpla. Let me close that. Okay, so from the previous stream, finish the backpack, the shield, and this awesome rifle. Is this a rifle still, or is it a cannon? But it was a rifle and then can turn into a cannon. But this looks so cool. Focus, please. What does my camera want to focus on? focusing there again. Is it the DJI mic or the mat? Maybe this camera? Alright, so after last stream, or after the last stream, when I was cleaning up, I noticed on the sticker that I know these two are for one and the same, like the greens and the reds. Like you get to choose whether you want the green or the red, or in this case, black or the permit score effect on the chest. But these were not. Like, there's no duplicate for this one. Number 12, the circular stickers. So I was scrambling. It's like I must have forgotten to apply this. So I was browsing through the instructions. Like, where is that? I think I reviewed this or went over the whole thing at least 3 times before I found where it was. But it turns out it's on the chest, right at the beginning. Here. See that? Sticker 12. Sticker 12. So we'll do that. So per the instruction, it's before this whole thing with the arms and all, or the rest of the chest. So I was debating, do I need to disassemble the chest part or the torso? But it seems like it's just, let me zoom in more. See that? So I'm not sure if do I need to disassemble it or not. Because if it's just there, it is exposed where that sticker is gonna go. So I'm just gonna try to sneak my way into that. Space to put on the sticker. But I'm not sure, because if you can see, there's like details on it already. I feel like this would be fun to paint if I'm at that point, if I can paint instead of putting on stickers, because it has enough details for the paint. See what I'm saying? See, I feel like that would be so fun to paint. Like there's enough surface and detail that you can define it with like a fine tip paint. But nevertheless, we're gonna try to perform surgery, an open surgery, without the patient going under. And as far as I know, this is the last set of stickers. Hopefully I have not forgotten anything else. Ooh. I feel like no sticker looks better. No? I still don't know if I need to push in or not. Actually, where is that Gundam photo reference? Can you see that? So it is there. So it seems like you just need the green circular thing. So maybe I don't need to push in, but without it getting pushed. have a feeling that the sticker doesn't have a good adhesion. Although it is in there, it's in a pocket. Nothing reasonably that's gonna poke into it or move it out of place. So I take it we just trust those odds of it never getting hit accidentally. Okay, I think that worked out well. My fingertips can't reach it really. This can, but there's like a white thing on there. But I feel like I can do without this sticker, to be honest. Like, there's enough detail on that circle thing. Alright, let's put on the other one. But I do want to get back on this build once I get into panel lining. I wonder if I should panel line this first, because I plan to start my first panel lining with my next Gunpla, which is the RG Wing TV. So I plan to use that as my first panel lining experience, but I wonder if I should do it with this model instead to get practice. Like practice on a high grade instead of a real grade. Or maybe I should panel line the high grade Wing Zero and heavy arms that I gave to my nephew. Maybe I should do that. I can do that off stream, just practice panel lining. Then once we get into the RG Wing TV on stream, I'll have enough practice to be confident about what I'm doing. Although it can be a fun experience to, have me do my first panel lining experience on stream. And then people can help me out, guide me, teach me on what to do. Because almost everyone who's going to watch me will have more experience in Gunpla than I am. Because I'm just that new to the hobby. Again, only third build. There. Surgery done. And then watch Ariel get denied by insurance and have to pay out of pocket 100%. I feel like no sticker looked better for some reason. Is it because the sticker is just, a sticker, low quality? Just doing it for colors? Because before the sticker, the surface had enough detail. And for some reason, it's not a flat surface. It's concaved, like multiple rings. But after you apply the stickers, it just becomes a flat surface, just like the sticker. And I don't think you're supposed to push in the sticker, because it will just form creases around, and that's gonna be ugly. Did they do that for those you know, those who can paint, customize. I think that would have been a satisfying hand painting exercise, but I guess this is the noob friendly option with the sticker. But yeah, look at that. Okay, and then looking at the instructions, where were we? We finished the rifle last time. So we were here. This. So it looked like this, just standard rifle when this was attached to the front. I really wish you didn't have to take this out, and it seems like this has nowhere to go when the gun is in this mode. And D3 has nowhere to go. It just, just remove it and replace it with this longer version to become the super cannon that she uses like a wing Gundam rifle. I wish it's just a one thing that extends out instead of having to replace a thing. Hopefully, if they eventually make a real grade version of this kit or this model, they make this into a properly transforming rifle that you don't have to take out anything. Even this is an attachment. I'm hoping that, let's look at the model reference here on the left side of the screen. Hopefully, actually it doesn't seem like this goes anywhere too. No? It doesn't look like it based on the image. I guess we'll see once we do all the poses. But it doesn't look like it. Hopefully in the real grade you don't have to do that. Like, or at least this goes somewhere, or have them figure out this just folds into the gun. So this is the gun with a bunch of green stickers. And then for those who missed it, there are 2 stickers, or is it this? Yeah, this too. Inside that barrel, there's 2 strips of stickers that you don't see, nobody sees. Like, I know because I put it in. I put it on. So in both versions, it has a sticker in the barrel that is totally not visible. Which was annoying to know, because only, those who knows who've built it would know. And even whatever light you shine on it, you're not gonna see it, because it's just designed that way for some reason. A totally useless sticker. But other than that, still impeccable detail and design. I have no experience with real grade, master grade, or perfect grade. I've only built high grade so far, only 3 of them. So maybe those are better, but I feel like this is well made and well done. Okay. Alright, let's follow the instructions. Continue. So now it's telling me, where was I? Oh yeah, I can combine it with the backpack. But we'll do that once we start doing the poses. So next are the beam sabers. So these. Interestingly, flat handles. I'm not sure if I noticed that when I was watching the series or the anime, that the handles for the beam sabers are flat. I'm used to seeing them cylindrical with wing. With Barbados, did he have a beam saber or just medieval type weapons? Okay. So I know with the clear parts for these, when I cut them off the runner, they made quite the stress mark when I cut close, so I guess I'll cut away from these just to be safe, even though it doesn't look like they'll make stress. AWOL, hello, yo! How are you doing? How's the shotgun mic? Have you done any significant audio tests yet? Comparison with what you had and how the new one sounds? Yeah, let's cut them both. What's the temperature today? 86, 87 peak. Not as bad as last week, where it was high 90s. Dude, I think this should be the last of the runner. I think so. Okay, clean up. Should I? Nope. Never use gut hand with clears. That's what I've been told by the internet. Oh, that was clean. So that needs a bit of cleanup. Haven't a great chance to test it yet, but seems nice so far. Cool. Oh, question. I haven't researched that much into those type of mics yet. But I think I've seen 2 or 3 reviews. I don't know if it's, I think shotgun and then the short one, forget the term, the one you bought. They always have it positioned like above the monitor. Is there a reason for that, being far away and above instead of being close and below? Because I feel like if you have the space, it's gonna look cleaner if it's below, maybe below the monitor instead of above it. Cleaner when you're not on the desk. Like when you're just looking at your desk, as if something's sticking out. Although in your photo you have shelves above you, so it doesn't. I guess I'm asking for myself. I think your setup, you have shelves above, so it works. Although I'm not sure if that's where you have it, but on the photo you have it on the shelf. Pencil condenser. A lot of it is avoid mouth nose sounds when breathing. Oh. Have you tried having any noise cancelling filter with it, if that's still the case? Because with mine, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, so when I'm using the dynamic mic, I have the NVIDIA noise cancelling feature turned on, and it works really well. Like even if I'm playing games, playing music, it's not picking it up. Even if I clap my hands in front of the mic, actually, it still cancels out. The distance, couldn't tell you why exactly other than clarity. Oh, So is it, maybe it's kind of calibrated in a way that more distance sounds has more clarity, like unlike maybe a condenser or a dynamic where the closer you are the better, although not too close, because when it's too close it also sounds horrible. But there is like a, what is it, like 4 to 6 was it inches away from the source. That this cleaned out pretty well. You don't really see any stress mark. Sweet. Let's try that. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see your stream again. See how that works, how that sounds. Is there anything else we're working on for the comeback stream? Oh, and thanks again for the invite on the Discord. I've been checking it whenever I can. It's cool to see the photos of the things other people are working on with the build and like your setups. Should I try nippers again? I don't think it's catching it. All of it. The lights, the desk layout, the background. I see. Hope you're having fun though. I know sometimes the planning, there's a certain part of planning where it's stressful because like you can't decide what, what to do with the setup, the layout, like looking for things you need specifically. But hope you're having fun because I think there's more fun than stress if you're into, I guess, that stuff like I am. Like I like organizing, setting up things. Like even with our house, I'm the one who was doing all the decor. Although I'm very particular. Like if you notice in my room, it's quite bare. I want to put on shelves around, but I'm very particular. I still haven't seen a shelf that I want. Like I want an oak color shelf that's long, and for some reason it's always shorter than I need them to be. The things I see on Amazon, Costco, Home Depot, Home Goods, places like that, they're always too short. And then when I try to look up online for the custom ones, they're always too expensive, like unreasonably expensive. And the only solution I've kind of, the obvious solution is, make my own, but I don't want to buy $100 equipment or thousands of dollars equipment for a handful of things that I need. So maybe I just need to suck it up and buy a custom shelves. got some good people over there. You could join. Yeah, thank you. It's nervous. Tough to know if it was all worth it or if I'm just huffing my own fumes. Yeah, it will actually help. It will always help, because even just resetting, because you don't have the the knowledge and experience you had before, or the familiarity and things, you know things now better in terms of what you need and what works and how you want things to work. So even if you end up, a significant part of it, putting it back where it was, and the fact that you're using new equipment and refreshing things, I know it's gonna be better. Not just kind of physically, practically, but also for mental. Like even just reorganizing stuff, for me at least, it's like there's that refreshing thing. Like with my house, I constantly move things around, reorganize, move decors, things like that. Change plants, add plants, remove plants. Currently we have I don't know if it was ever visible, but we had a monstera plant in the bathtub. That's where I put it, because there's like a big window next to the bathtub, which is prime spot for plants. So I have the monstera and then a few plants on the counter sink. But my wife recently is, what was the term? Propagating. So she bought a few vases from Home Goods. Cut the monstera, the ones that can be propagated, and then now it's kind of distributed around the house. So I had to move things around, but now like certain pots look more beautiful with the monstera vases. But yeah, if you're unsure, I think maybe feel free to take it slow. You don't have to rush into a decision or a commitment. But even if you do, you can always change it. So that's a good part. If you don't feel like it's not working, you can just change it. But totally get what you're feeling, because I go through that as well. I also struggle with, there's a term I keep forgetting. It's like a paralysis because of, becoming too indecisive. Paralyzed, something like that. Like sometimes I have difficulty starting things because, I want to do it right, or I want to do it in a very specific way. So why waste effort into starting? But a lot of times, just do it, just start it, then you'll know. Analysis paralysis, something like that. Which, I find it difficult. This concept of just do it, just start, even if it doesn't work. But I'm getting better at it, and every time I actually just do it, I'm always glad I did. Because once you do it, things you were worried about or hesitant about, you just find out, like, oh, Why was I even worried about that? Or like, oh, I was right to be worried about that. Now I can think of ways to, fix it or adjust it to how we want it. So just do it, keep at it, fine tune it, optimize it. Doobs, hello. I missed your build. I missed the completion when I stepped out, right? And then by the time I got back, you were playing a Star Wars game. So I'm not sure if you finished the build or not. But how was it? Did you figure out the LED strip? And did you finish the build? So is today the day we finish aerial rebuild? Yes, it is. Actually, so after this, we should be done with all the sub-assemblies, and then I want to build the action base. And then after we build the action base, we're gonna do all the recommended, not recommended, or all the shown poses in the box. And then I'm gonna decide which one I like the most, just for me. Okay, and then I'm gonna give it to my wife and then ask her, all right, which pose do you want the most? And then we'll do that. Maybe on the next stream I can reveal what she chose. But yeah, finishing the build today. No matter what. What do you call those? Stream doesn't end until I finish the build. And then after today's stream, after this build, I wanna dive into the stream bot stuff. I wanna set up some things. Currently I'm thinking of switching to using the dynamic mic when building, and then just playing music in the background. I'll try that out, see how that feels, because when I started streaming, or before I started streaming, I really wanted to capture the ASMR sound, That's why I have this 2 transmitter thing set up. Dudes, I didn't finish on stream. The like it was tough, so I did that off stream. Oh, but did you kind of figure it out? Is it all done? As long as you did. Maybe on the next stream we can show off the whole thing completed. Did you end up installing the blue light on what I assume is the entrance for that vehicle? Because I think you were debating on whether to add that or not. But it was the lights on the, I guess, around the cockpit, and then the red lights from the weapons. I feel like those were good enough, and that blue light at the bottom was kind of optional, or not as, I guess, obvious. You finished it while watching a video on YouTube? Oh, cool, yeah. So there is somebody. Did they struggle with it as well? Because that was some messed up instructions from whoever made those instructions. It's like somebody putting an instruction video on how to shoot a basketball. But step 1 is this, and then step 2 is just the ball going through the net. It skipped all the other motions that's needed to shoot the ball. They weren't on the ship in the movie, so I left them off. And no, they made it look super oh. I gotta have that, frame by frame. Were you watching it by frame or slow-mo? Because I've done that before. So yeah, if they were in the movie, because I feel the same for. Although I'm not sure yet if it's gonna be true once I get into it, like the real grade stuff. I know there's a bunch of decals that comes with it. You know, those lettering and symbols. Because right now I feel the same. Like if it's not on the model that I watch, you know, anime or movie, then it's not canon. But I have seen like a lot of models that has those decals, and they look sick. It becomes a model from the thing you watch to with the added decals. It becomes from the model you watch to like this is what it would look like if it was, you know, if it was an actual production war machine. Shelby's done it several times, but I appreciate the video. It helped a lot. Oh, she's a pro at it. Rewind it every 10 seconds like a true millennial. I do that too, especially on the phone, the double tap. Forward, backward, 10 seconds. Like to stay true to source unless it's a custom. Yeah, like I guess it depends on how you want it to be. But again, I still don't know. So we'll see with the Wing TV real grade that I'm gonna be building. Because from the box there's like a bunch of decals on it. So we'll see. I'm actually curious like what I would think. Like would I go for the decals or not? Or maybe not go, you know, save the decals for later when I get into customizing. Maybe that's what I'll do. Make it pure TV version. Have it in display, and then once I get into customizing, my goal is to get to weathering instead of the fresh off the manufacturing line route. I want to get into the weathering path. So maybe the decals would help because it would look more like real life, if that makes sense, instead of from a show. So I want to do weathering and also a certain level of diorama. Now I don't want to do an entire scene filled with diorama stuff, just the basic. I just want to get the vibe or the feel of the moment that I want to capture. I'm thinking just base, whether they're on ground or maybe buildings or stuff. I'm actually curious because like background, have you guys seen a diorama with just a, you know, ground diorama and maybe trees or buildings, but on the background it just a printed image of a space or a city? Have you guys seen anything like that, and did it look good? Because I haven't seen something like that yet. It's always a full diorama. There are? Like, how so? Amazon? Gunpla diorama? Oh, buildings, yeah. Like this. Oh, $18 for one piece of building? Scale 1/144. So for real grade and high grade. And then hangers. I like the hanger look as well. So I think if you're making a super clean, super shiny, because not all of them are shiny, but you know, super clean customized thing, the hangar environment would look perfect. Oh, this one has a has a bridge, part of a bridge. Sorry, I'm looking at Amazon pages. Ooh, $100, mega house, ruins at New York. Like literally YARK, New York. $100? What? Looks great though. There. Crap. I forgot how to put this on. Beam sabers. What's the next step? And then I realized when I was looking through the runners, there's no backup or alternate hands, which I prefer because the wing 0 and the heavy arms, I think they came with 3 or 4 sets of hands. You can open, close, and then one with ticket for holding weapons. And I think there was even one where it's like this for some reason. Backdrops, but I'm also new to the hobby. Can probably find better stuff on Etsy, but I haven't checked yet. Right. My wife said she can make me some stuff there, because my wife has a laser engraver thing, but can also cut through certain materials. certain materials and certain thickness. But like buildings or houses, I'm sure there's like a bunch of Etsy that you can just put together like this. So my wife made this off of, I think she found a template online, but yeah, she used her machine to make this from that file. So yeah, so if she can make this, I feel like a simple house is possible. And then I can just, make it damaged shelled house or shelled building look for the diorama. Yeah, I hope you can show your finished build on your next stream. I want to see the actual thing. Or if you have photos. Okay, next step. Oh. So, I guess we're doing the gun bits. So, yeah, I guess that's it. We're moving on to poses now. So we'll do this first. We'll follow this. Disassembling the shield. Oh, this is a super weapon. What is it even called? Two-handed carrying mode. But the weapon itself, I don't think they ever tell you in the series. But yeah, let's do that. So all the bits, we just pluck this out. Dude, it's gonna take a call, gonna lurk for a bit. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Is there a better way of doing this? I guess that's a better way of doing it. Just remove the lower half and pluck it out. know it's good that it's not easy to disassemble, but at the moment, it ain't good for me. Oh, I'm gonna be disassembling these anyway. So that's the next step. Let's put away this forward for now. And then this gets built. I guess we're disassembling the whole thing. I hope these doesn't get loose over time though. So everything just gets removed. And then where does this go? Does it just hover in space? I guess technically not hovering, but you know. Just suspend in space and wait for it to get called back by Ariel. Right. And then this. What? So this gets removed? Am I looking at the right section? What am I looking at? What is this? So this? Is this even removable? What am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at it upside down. I'm just dumb. So it's the scope. And then the bits. So there's no order. I can do whatever. This way. So before I started the build, or even before I opened the box, my pose was gonna be what we're about to do. The two-handed carrying mode pose. And then the side piece. Side piece. The side pieces, you know what I mean. Ooh. What is that? Did I miss that part? No, it's on. Nice. Yeah, on the show, you don't really get to look at this two-handed mode because it's just a couple of seconds and then it's gone. And then this goes underneath. And then this goes on top. What about these? Next step. What am I looking at? So these pieces. Does it matter which one? Oh. Nice. And then this gets sandwiched. Which way though? Middle part? Ooh. I don't like this look. Nice. I guess the scope is not needed anymore. If your blast size is that big, you don't really need to aim. You just shoot at the general direction. Shoot at the general direction of your problem, and then a second after, the problem's gone. And then, oh, and then with the gun bits on the body. Actually, should we do the action base now? I think we should, because we're just getting into the poses now. This is the last page. So yeah, let's do that. But I want to admire this a bit more. This looks so cool. Is there a Gundam that's a motorcycle transformed into a motorcycle? I know it doesn't make sense. The jet makes sense because they can fly. But is there a Gundam that transformed into a motorcycle? Because G Gundam has a horse. Although G Gundam is an exception to everything. Because of how silly that show is. Okay, action base, where is that? So this is what I got. So one person before recommended action base. Was it 5? Yeah, I think it was 5 clear, but when looking at Amazon, this looked better because of the base itself is very simplistic. It's not the like the hexagon shape or octagon, whatever shape it was. Then this comes in 2s, so one for the aerial rebuild and then one for the wing TV. Let's do that. Just gonna say it's gonna be safe here. Hopefully. How do you open this? Oh, there it is. I was looking for this. Am I the only one that's gonna stream building an action base? Is this supposed to be done off stream? Because I was talking about doing it off stream. Why does it smell like that? It smells like a fancy restroom. Like a fancy hotel restroom. It smells like fake flour. That's what it smells like. Why does it smell like that though? Is that what their production line smells like? Where is this from? This looks cool. Okay. This reads risotto. Risotto? No, risotto. Yeah, risotto. Risotto. Is this to or no? Or in? Ah. I guess it's just pot or pots? No. Because there's a character that looks like this. It's either, no, N is maybe the single apostrophe. But there's like a very subtle difference in this lower slash part. And I can't always differentiate them. Should I build 2 or 1? I think we'll build 1 for now. 1 pair. Ooh, they're cool like that. I guess 1 runner is for 1 instead of combining the 2. So, sweet. You're very considerate. Okay. Should I just cut up everything in one go? I guess let's do that. Let's just cut up everything in one go. Hopefully I don't cut off anything that I shouldn't. Let's leave the base to maintain the structural integrity of the runner. Let's do the base for last. Do I care about having these clean? I guess I do. Ooh. That's tough. Should I change my category in Twitch from, what is it, miniatures and models, to just whatever it is I'm doing? Yeah. Pull off. Are these? They are different. Should I regret cutting them all in one go? Should I just follow the instructions? Do I even need this? I do. But post-wise, I'm gonna be needing... What's a female port? Oh, it's circle. It's not the kind of square peg that the wing and heavy arms had. You know what? Let's just go for it. What? What? Just bends out, bends off, bends, and cuts itself, or separates itself. What is happening? It just separates itself after a little bit of twist. Oh, I would have missed this. Should I even cut first? What is happening? I guess you hear how hard the material is. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? For action basis. What? I'm just hoping that those are not gonna leave any significant stress mark. You sure there's a tiny bubble there in the branch? Oh. There were some like that on the aerial where there's like a through hole. Like that. Oh yeah, you're right. This one's a through hole. And then this one, it's not as obvious, but there's like a hole or a circular lining. I wonder if it's an empty part inside. Oh, I heard something. I don't know which got twisted. Why is it so flexible? What part is that going to be? E. In the branch. Beyond that, clear plastic is a bit more brittle than the rest, so it snaps off easier when there is a bubble. I see. So I guess it's true as well for those thin nubs. Those are what have been flying off. Wow. Look. Oh yeah, you're right. There is like a bubble in there. Man. All these microplastics. Let's do the other side. Oh. What is this? Oh, it's for... I guess I don't need this part. This thing. Let's do this one, this end first. Oh, I can see it, the bubble. Sweet. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's hard to, well, it's easy to see in person now that you've pointed it out. There is like you can see inside. I don't even, oh yeah, you can see it a bit on camera. So what I assume is more hollow area. What? It happened again. So I saw that in slow-mo. The part itself twisted. And then the nub just split off. Although it's not too bad. It's just a tiny, tiny white dot of a stress mark. Eee. Yeah. That bent. This thing just got squished, not cut. I have a feeling I'm gonna regret this. Cutting it all in one go before going through the instructions. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to cut flush here eventually? Or is this part of the part? Doesn't look like it. But why is it that big though? Oh, it goes onto the base. But on the photo, it's for a different base, not this basic base. So I guess it's for a compatibility thing. If you have the hexagon base that I was talking about. So yeah. So this big of a post on the instructions. It's telling me this. So yeah, the action base that I bought for my nephew for the Wing Zero is this shape. And it's not the clear version, the gray version. But I'm glad I found this. So hopefully it looks as good in person as with the image. Oh yeah, with the diorama, what do they use? Do they use action bases? What if they're, flying in the moment? Do they paint action bases to blend it in to whatever background they're on? Yeah. Is that supposed to happen? That did not feel and sound good. Happened again. There's my cup. I'm definitely not going to use, definitely not the God Hand, but I'm not even going to use the spade nipper in these. Whoa, this feels trouble. So many microplastics. Okay. Clear part crunch, yeah. It sounds good, it doesn't feel good. And some of them so far did not sound good as well. Wow. Ooh. I felt like something hit me, but I didn't see anything. Did my mind just make up that feeling? What? I heard two sounds. So but I heard another sound. I don't know if you guys heard that too. There's this initial sound of this dropping, and then there's a secondary sound somewhere else that that sound. Ooh, there it is. Oh! I just popped it into the lens. My face cam. Anyway. Man. Good thing I saw that. We'll catch him quick. It's pain in the bottom whenever a clear part just flies off like, yep. I'm living through it now, experiencing it. I'm gonna build my high grade Chorzette. Oh, is that the, what do you call that? What was even that? It's the brother of the gym trainer, Pokemon gym trainer, right? That was his? Or did he just steal that on the show? Anyway, so one with the... What was even the purpose of that part? Anyway, you know the Hainyu? Although the Hainyu looks more like a booster. Hit the short... If I think what Chorzette is, it's like a flat panels on the back. Oh, it's Casey. Hello, Casey. Sorry, I had the same font color in my chat window as AWOL. I'm gonna DoorDash. When I get Pale Rider Heavy Equipment Diet. You're back. But yeah, Chorzette is that one, right? The white and then pink accent, was it? The brother of the Pokemon gym trainer looking guy. There should be... Oh yeah! How did you do that? It's like purplish? Blue? Maybe purple. Like Twitch color purple. How'd you do that? I didn't know you can do that. I thought it was just randomly given. Because sometimes when I'm watching somebody stream and I'm chatting, and then when I either hop on or the page gets refreshed, my color gets changed, and it's the same color as, you know, a handful of people. There's an option to change color. Good to know, thank you. Now I don't have to like refresh and refresh until I get a different enough color from most people. You're a pro. Yeah, I want to confirm it now. Let me Google Chorzette. Chorzette. Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot about the halo part of the head. That looks cool. But yeah, those flat panels, whatever those are. I feel like this would be cool to customize, like different color. It looks good as it is now, just the white, but given that it's, you know, mostly white, you can customize it however you want with the color. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I think I saw, Casey, I think I saw some of your works, the photos you posted. Can't remember if it was with AWOL's Discord channel or ANA. Was it kit bashing? Was that the term? And then the base. Let's just double check that we're not missing anything else. Yeah, just the base. The chest clear part is in U shape, so when you push the front part of the torso, you're not careful to clear part. Oh. Is that a common problem with that kit? It was doing some wiring. That's funny. Good luck with that. That's definitely the worst part of any desk setup. Wiring. Like on my desk, it's all hidden on certain angles. For the most part, you're not gonna see any cables. That I went and hide. Maybe I should post a photo of my desk on Discord, because I want to get some input as well from other people on things that I want, and if they have any suggestion on how I should do it or what things I should add. I took a photo of my desk the other day. Will this be even seen? There, that's my desk. When I'm streaming Gunpla, although I've only streamed Gunpla so far, but I plan on streaming video games as well. Oh. So that's what it looks like. So I guess you can see, so that wiring is for the power strip that's under my table. And then there's this long HDMI. What was it? More than 10 feet, I think, of HDMI. Because it's connected to the TV. So I have my computer connected to the TV. So when my wife and I or my nephew and I are playing like It Takes Two or whatever other two-player games, we play on the TV. And then you can see the controllers, the PS5, I think controllers. And then I have this, what do you call this? USB hub. So those, controls the power of the mic, the webcam, and then this wooden puzzle train thing for lights. What else is connected? Oh, the charging dock for the controllers. But yeah, if you look at the bottom, all the bad stuff is hidden. Actually, even if you lean down, you're not gonna see any wiring. But yeah. And then you guys probably know it's on YouTube, the Corsair Xeneon Edge thing. Because when I'm playing games, I think Abel suggested Ghost Chat, but if I'm playing games, I don't have a second monitor. So I want a solution where I can still see the chat over my game, not just on OBS. Actually, I don't know if I'm ever gonna show chat on screen, because I feel like it's unnecessary. And also I'm scared of, like new people commenting inappropriate stuff. Because I'm streaming like, I'm streaming like my nephew's gonna watch it, basically. I'm not someone who uses curse words anyway, carelessly. But like if somebody commented something that I don't want to be shown on screen, although it hasn't happened yet with you guys. But especially if I'm going to be streaming video games, it's a different type of crowd. I know, because I'm like, especially in Dota, there's a bunch of words that gets thrown around there in that community. It's night and day with Gunpla community and the Dota community. You mentioned kit bashing? Yeah, I think it was Casey who posted some kit bash builds. Is that what it? Or is it the combining things? Combining multiple kits in one? Was that it? Who else was it? Was it miniature something? I think 2 different people posted like an Exia with a completely blue face on Discord. Remember that image when you're 10 kits deep customizing weathering your Zaku 1 Shin costume? Cherish it. Wait, what were we talking about? Talking about my desk? Sorry, I shouldn't ramble on before I read the chat history. Stick layout, no notes. I'm assuming you're talking about the desk. Thank you. But yeah, wait, let me finish the chat first. My living room looks like a storefront. And I'm the only one appreciated in this house. I bet you're the only one. It looks like a storefront. Just add some pricing, you know? Like 40% and like sale sign. There's bots to help with that. They can censor whatever first. Yeah, when I was setting up the Twitch, there was like a level, the bot censor or filter. But since I have no experience yet, I just don't know how well it works. So we'll see. But I guess with you guys who've been streaming longer, is it enough to be confident to put your chat on stream? Because that Exia found 2 GN drives. Oh yeah, so yeah, and then you mentioned that, I think I saw it in the photo. Was it on the back? Like you forgot to panel line one of the GN drives cone. Stab those 2 GN drives into my amazing Exia and called it a day. 7 swords. Oh, I guess it's like compatible enough to work, huh? Twitch auto mode, yeah, I think that was the thing with a slider. We'll catch most of it and we'll give you an option to allow phrases as you go. I see. But yeah, for those of you who streams, what's the benefit of having the chat on screen? Yeah, I think most people wait to see the vibe of stream before they chat and follow suit. You'll get the random once in a while, but nothing to worry about. I see. I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess you're pretty, yeah, you nailed it. I think, yeah, most people would just follow the vibe. Similar to, like, in real life, right? Like, if you enter a room, you just follow suit with the vibe. Like, if they're having a blast, a party, then you just join the vibe. And if they're pretty low energy or serious, you just follow suit. Yeah, exactly like I said. Chat on screen is good for mobile full screen viewers. Oh, I didn't think about that. I see. Yeah. That's true. Because sometimes when I'm out, I want to tune into a stream. Yeah, because yeah, you do have the full screen, and then you don't get to see the chat anymore. And also on TV, and sometimes I'm watching like the Dota tournament. Having the chat shown on TV, it looks awful. And also the kind of the size of the actual thing you want to see is so small to make space for the chat. So I just go full screen and don't bother with chat. I guess for those situations, yeah, that's true. Oh, and also again, I'm multi-streaming to YouTube so I can have the streams permanently recorded. Because on Twitch it deletes it after 7 days for me. So I want to have also the multi-chat thing, which I think in Streamer bought as well. But some people will mention Ghost Chat. I'm assuming those have multi-chat feature. People just lurk and stay included in what's being said. I see, yeah, that's true. I guess that's why a lot of people have chat on screen. Although now I have to decide if I do put it on screen, like where would I place it? Because I've seen chat and facecam on the same side. I've seen opposite sides. Let me get that off. Between Automod and Like, one good mod will catch everything malicious, but for the most part we don't get a lot of trolls in the M&M, miniatures and models category. Oh yeah, it's way different. I mostly watch Dota streamers or streams, and yeah, if you ever have the urge to check it out, just hop onto any random Dota stream and you'll see right away how different it is. Because here it's more not even friendly, but just natural, I guess. Natural, like friend hanging out environment type. In Dota, it's like everyone's so toxic, backseating, occasional kind of racist stuff. Like here so far, you don't have to pretend or like put in a certain energy, just naturally hang out and chat. I love it when a 9-year-old tells me about it. What was it? Was it Xbox? Like there was like a classic clip of a like Xbox Call of Duty or something. Like of a kid trying to, talk about somebody's mom. That's a good question. I'm not sure about multi-chat and ghost chat. I don't see why not, but I've only used it for one. But yeah, again, like if I'm playing Dota or, a single player game, and I only have one monitor, like even if I play on the TV, my monitor desk will be too far for me to be able to read chat. So I saw one solution in YouTube. For some reason, there's only one video. I can't remember if it was Streamer Bot or something else, but you can actually overlay, as long as you're playing in borderless window or full screen borderless, it can be shown, you can see the chat while you're playing. And it doesn't have to show on OBS on your source screen, but you can see it when you're playing. So that's what I want. Game communities can be hilarious if you don't take it seriously, though. Yeah, like I don't think everyone. Well, I've seen like people in chat like take it seriously, but for the most part, nothing is serious. It's all about, I guess, feeding the energy. It's like when you're watching, if you're in a sports arena, it's all just about the moment, the event. Reposted your good bash in Discord, and why does aerial rebuild look different? Compared to mine or compared to the usual? Oh yeah, I forgot. I was building things. I forgot I was doing this, to be honest. Oh yeah, I wanna... Oh no! It flew off to the glass of my case. PC case. Hopefully it didn't scratch it. But yeah, going back to my desk, and then the Corsair Xenon Edge, it looked cool, like from the videos, somebody has it on the side of the monitor and with the Twitch chat on the screen, but it's $250. It's unreasonable just to use it for that. And even if it has multiple features, I feel like $250 is too much for that size. So I don't want to have a second monitor. I want to keep with the one monitor setup, but having a small screen, that I can do. So I looked through Amazon and there were some similar things, like with the Xenon Edge. Hopefully some people on the Discord has experience with them so I can find out if they're good or not, and if they're worth it. Yeah, somehow, I'm glad we got into the topic of the chat on screen or not thing. Because I did not even consider those points about some people watching full screen or just not being able to see the channel for whatever reason. Yeah. That sounds satisfying though. Those snaps. Unknown, yes. Action Base 7. Where is it? Have you used this too? And did you just figure it out by seeing the parts? Is that how familiar you are with this? Nah, yeah. Bootleg bases. Are they good? For much cheaper? What do I need? Exacto. Depends on which faction base you get. They're 1/3 of Bandai's base quality. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Hit and miss. Roll the dice. It's always a gamble with bootlegs. That's true. I think this was it $10 or 12? Around that price for a 2-pack. Which for me seemed reasonable. Yeah. Oh yeah, AWolf, you can hear me. What do you use for cable management? Because I just use zip ties and packaging tape. Yeah. Although I also have a shelf underneath the desk that I just push all the coiled cables into. Alright, I wanna clean up the parts that I need. I'll do the other stuff off stream. So I know I don't need this. I don't need this as well. So I need to find the compatible mount though. So B, C, and D. I guess I'll need D. Let's clean this up and then I'll check the fit with Ariel. The head with a 3M peg. Oh, you know your stuff. Or like those consultants in Pawn Stars. Is this it? Am I holding the 3M peg? It didn't sound good. It didn't feel good. Although at one point I was like that with cars. I can tell what car it is from headlights, taillights. Right. A pillar, B pillar, C pillar. Shit one, usually brittle. I have two kits that the action base whole unusable due to that brittle action base like stuck inside E. I don't want to have that. I crack a few because of the screw tightening too hard. That sounds horrible. There's also a C-clip action base. Is this a C-clip? This thing? Something like that on the image. It's like it just goes around the waist. AOL cable management. These days I tend to just do zip ties. I feel like I'm constantly moving things around. I haven't quite found the layout yet. Yeah. I change up my cable management as well. Although, because I change up my layout quite often. And those reusable zip ties are really handy and fit with how I do things. I'm afraid to clean this up and just make it worse. There's this stress mark. Because based on the base, cleaning up the sides, I just introduced a bunch of scratches while kind of colliding the X-Acto knife. So I'll worry about the stress mark later. Just make sure they're flat. Oh yeah, and then test this. Oh, it fits. Look. Cool. Let's save that. Let's just leave it there. And then what else do I need? Did you buy the Gunbits action bases for this kit? No, I did not. I asked my wife if she wanted it like that, and she said, you know, she's fine with this base. But I did show her in the box that it was an option on the box and also on the manual. So I'm gonna clean these. AB74, I guess these two. Although this is shown as well. This one goes on the base or no? They look different though. Maybe it's this one. This one is for the other base, the... what do you call that? The hexagon one. No, yes, it's a clip, but more like a crab claw to grab things. Oh yeah, it's like a claw machine type of thing. How the feet are connected to the ankle, we call that the C-clip. Oh! Yeah, so like, it just, this looks wrong, but when things just go like that, or like this. That's a C-clip. Which can be a nightmare. Is it because they come loose over time? I was thinking why did Bandai reuse the C-clip in most... I mean, C-clip's used in older. Oh. So I'm guessing C-clips are not reliable or durable. Okay. Let's just clean up, do these. Again, I want to make sure I'm not cutting off unnecessary parts. I'm gonna clean this up later because I'm running out of daylight, which I need for my desk. I don't think I needed this. Or is it? No, I actually need this one. These sound satisfying though. One of the Dota streamers that I watch, he doesn't always do it, but sometimes he has a thing where song request. Do you guys have that too? Because I feel like that's a good way of discovering songs. Yeah. Saves production cost. IG? What's IG? Instead of a giant piece with 2 holes, it's 2 clips and a cover to save materials. It's 2 clips. But for molds, the more parts, the more costly it is, I guess. Because the complexity, I guess you pay upfront. You pay for the mold. I forget the term. The mold set. But you pay that upfront. And then the continuing cost is, however many parts that they have to pull out, clean up, and then ship. So once the tool is set, you pay for the amount of material and the number of parts. But the complexity you pay up front, the complexity only matters for, I guess, tolerances if it's hard to meet. And then they can choose who does the deburring and cleaning up afterwards, but in this case there's no really deburring because it comes off clean. I can sense a pale rider is coming to me. What is that? Yeah. But then before expansion kits from third-party society alter. Wait, what? You can? Aerial body proportion is switched. Which makes me... Does the base aerial have the same problem with Exia? Because on the previous stream, I found out that there's a difference in proportion between the real grade Exia and the high grade Exia. The high grade look off. Like at first glance, it didn't even look like Exia. So does Ariel have the same issue? Is high grade Ariel not the correct proportion compared to anime proportion? I never realized Ariel is chubby in proportion. As R is cool, however, FM. Full mechanics. Somebody brought up FM before, and I've seen stuff, but I think I kept saying full metal. Like Full Metal Alchemist, but yeah, full mechanics was the term. These ones I learned from the high grade IBO failure. I'm guessing that's Iron Blooded Orphan. Okay, is that everything? So I can put this aside. Okay, now it's time to guess which is which, since I didn't follow it step by step. Here, should I put it here? So with that, with this, this feels loose. With this? No. Is it this? Also, which way? I'm guessing this. Nope. Huh. Oh, it should be this. Do I need to push in all the way? Yeah. So remember when I first saw high-grade IBO kits came out, I was like, how the hell did that kit can hold all those big weapons with those torso joints? Turns out the answer is barely. Is it really? I thought Barbados had good posability, like Shining Gundam. Is this supposed to feel like this? What am I looking at? And then this can tuck in, or what? Seems like it needs to be pushed more. There. Oh, yeah. And then they stay like that? Ooh. It's very stiff, which should be a good thing. And then this. But Is this the one I want? Wasn't it gonna be this? When does this come in? Do we just trust the manual? This goes like that. No, it does not. Really. But is there a real grade Barbados or no? Is it just high grade, master grade? If so, which one's better? Which head plugs into the base? This. Although I haven't tried this. Are they the same diameter? Let's find out. Oh, they are. Barbecue stick. Okay. So that 10, 10, and 11. So it's gonna be this. And then same thing, it's gonna go through there. It does. And then these guys. If I wanted that, or use the thicker one if I wanted that. Does it matter which way it goes? I guess it does. So I want it this way. Even if RGIB was real, it'll be a self-disintegrating hand grenade. Is it that bad? Is Barbados really just that difficult to make that they couldn't solve the issue of stability? And then the base. It's really... That's it? What's the point of this then? When do you use this over this? When choosing, are there just models that look better like with this post? Or what? Or is it a compatibility thing? Ta-da! Finished! This is the whole build. Just the waist. High grade aerial waist. Gotta see how flimsy the Gundam frame looks on the art compared to high grade frame. Are they just being anime accurate? Was Barbados destructible in the anime? Like easily destructible? Was it banged up pretty hard, constantly? Okay, so let's put this together. I want to do the, what do you call that? The bits on the armor. Look. So I can use these later. I'm excited to put on the backpack. I guess I can put this away. All right. I feel like I should call my wife, but let's just do it. Let's do the waist. See how this feels. Oh, not too tight. I guess for possibility. Then this. I need more light. I ran out of light. It looks goofy post like that. Will it stand? It does. And then backpack. Or is it called flight unit or something? Looks like a wasp. Oh yeah, these things. Ooh. So how is it supposed to be? Sharper. Oh, why is it not like this? I'm gonna pose it like that. Is it the proportion or the backpack that's making it look really tall? This looks so good though. Better here. Gundam frame looks like a person who's been missing out on iron drinking look since RG likes to have stiff joints, flimsy frame. Oh, and tightness on the mix. Now you have a second high-grade Barbie with this Rex problem. Have you ever seen the rear end of a fighter jet? Just that way the kit is standing. Rear end of fighter jet. You're talking about the wings or the... what do you call those? The propulsion exhaust? Huh. Back heavy, although because of the huge backpack. Is there a sweet balance that I can find? Yes, it wants to flip back. I guess I should lean forward. I guess that's what the action base is for. Anyway, I want to do the bits on the armor. Let's remove these. Yep. Sorry if you can hear that. I think somebody's using the vacuum outside. So I want this in the rifle version. And this is remove. Replace. Is it like this? And then this goes like so. And then I think this goes in the backpack, right? Where is that? Previous step. Oh. Although it's in there softly, how are you gonna stand? No way, yeah. Oh yeah, thrusters is the term. On the thrusters of the jet, there are cones. When they squeeze the jet, produce more thrust. When it's open, produce less thrust. Those yellow bits are similar to that. Oh, is that the thinking for that? So it dictates how, I guess, concentrated the thrust is. How do I make this stand without the stand, without the base, with this mode? I don't think there's a way. Ha! It worked out. It's using the rifles as like a offset stand. You can make this good stand, but it'll look awkward. Yeah, I bet it's like slouch, too forward. Back to the bits. Alright. So the tiny ones goes on the shoulder. Which orientation? This orientation. This would look so good panel lined. The details. And let me see. I've tried this before. None of my room lights work well. It just creates bad shadows. Did that help? Oh. Yeah, this is just gingerly installed on the back. Okay. You can make the legs do the iconic Michael Jackson leaning forward pose and fix the center of gravity. Yeah. And then, wait, this goes on the right hand. Like a buckler? Exia? Is that you? And then this one on the other. There's so many. Sorry, I'm like observing where all the panel lining would be. And then this. on the hips. I like this. Although I also like the assembled shield. But this looks good too. Reminds me of Optimus Prime and was that the second one? The fallen thing? Where the Grandpa Autobot combines with him. And then this goes on her butt. It really looks like a fairy or a wasp. Nice. The bits on the forearms are tickling your OCD. Yes, Revenge of the Fallen, yep. With all the grandpa bits combining with Optimus Prime. The bits... Oh, is it because they're not equal? They're two different things on each side? It's triggering. Yeah, that made me wonder too. And then these goes into the back. Doesn't matter which one though. What? What? Just like that? It feels loose though. Am I missing something? That's not gonna stay on. Is there a click? I'm scared. So it's this way. Oh yeah, so there is a click, okay. Ooh. Sweet. Unknown though, for somebody named Unknown. They're like a well of knowledge, even movies. Is it a well of knowledge or a wealth of knowledge? Or do people use both? Well. It's wealth, right? Wealth of knowledge? Finally done. Right, put it on the action base. Just touch the surface level stuff. I usually don't dig very deep into stuff. I feel like I'm similar, just surface level. Unless I'm really into whatever thing that is. Although I get very obsessive. Dun dun dun. What was that Yoasobi song opening for this anime? I wish I can play that right now. Dun, 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 dun. Something like that. Alright. Oh yeah, forgot about this. Hello! Full frontal mutype. I was about to say full metal again. Thanks for the follow. If you just tuned in, you just got the completion of the build. 7 sessions in the making. However many hours. Although I feel like the actual build time is possibly just close to 4 hours maybe. Most of my stream is just me getting distracted and yapping. Yeah. Hello, hello. What should we call you? Full frontal new type? FFN? Full frontal brotherhood? New type. I like that. Hello, new type. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a stream that's about to end. But yeah, we'll do all the poses. Get the box. So, and those who can't get the meaning of full frontal out of it. I think my head was forcing it to read as full metal because of that exact thought. Just trying to not allow that image or imagination in my head. Whatever full frontal is. Right. So we have this. Her standing with the shield and a weapon. A rifle. And then we have this currently with the bits on the armor. Well, it's on the backpack right now. But let's do that. Some sort of flying with gun in hand. In hand? On hand? Wait a minute. There is a hand. Where is that? But I don't have an extra hand though. Does this have an extra hand that I just missed? New type, I got aerial rebuild, display, quite zero display stand. Quite zero? Quite zero? Or we're talking about the special stand for this. Should be in the box. This. Can I use this camera? Talking about that one? Is that what it's called? No, you want to open hands. But, yeah, how do I hold this? Am I getting pranked? Alright. So these are all the runners. Well, there's this too, which is on the for the chest. Alright. Obviously the hand should be gray, right? So empty. 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 Anyway, we're looking for the gray. So this is B. I checked this earlier. There are no extra hands. Summon aerial rebuild, quite zero display stand is a third-party stand. Recreates the scene of aerial rebuild. Activating quite zero. That's nice. I want to see that. I'm gonna Google that later. I don't see hands. Okay. Here. This is A. I don't see hands for any leftover parts. So, what do I do? So, is the model just incapable of holding the rifle? Can it only hold the two-handed mode? Yes, I'm looking for the open hands to hold this. Because on the image, on the box, she's holding it there. But this is the handle. Just take out the white plate of the hand. Oh! I see, so that's what the instruction meant. Doesn't feel good to take off though. Yeah! Oh! Unknown MVP. Thank you for saving this noob. I forgot about that. Maybe I should have. Oh wait, I have it wrong. I should have just looked into the instructions again. There we go. Although the hand feels flimsy. Okay, leaning forward. Like that. Yeah, when I was trying to take off the hand, it felt very stiff and strong. But once the rifle's on it, now it's like very flimsy. It is just too heavy for it. Dun, dun, dun. So this looks good though. I still don't know which pose I like the most. Try pushing the hand a little further inside. I'm scared. I feel like if I push in incorrectly, like a bunch of things will fall off. Tomatoes fat, yeah. Cool. Alright, next pose. Shield and a sword. There. Okay, for this, I really like the sword. No, sorry, the shield. I hope things doesn't get loose over time. Okay, sword. Put that on later. And then I guess this goes to the back. And then the shield. Oh yeah. Need to remove all the bits. Doesn't feel good. There's a lot of mechanics band that just doesn't mention sometimes in the manual. Are they like saving it as an Easter egg? Or just lazy about it? Shield. What was this? Let's go back. Here. So this way. And then these. And then this. Sorry if you're hearing the vacuum outside. I think my wife is vacuuming the couch. Or maybe she's trying the spot cleaner she bought on the kitchen chairs and bench. Wait, am I doing it out of order? Where's that thing? Oh, in the back. I feel like that came off too easy. Sweet. And then this was in the center, like so. And then these came off. Not easy earlier. Right, back to the shield. Doesn't that look amazing? Again, I'm biased towards wing. That's what I grew up with. And the wing shields, no matter TV or Zero, I feel like this is the better design. This looks better than the wing shields. Color, silhouette, details. High-grade H1. Normally it came with a white plate, but I didn't name it, nor was it crossed out in the manual. No one knew what it does. But eventually people learned it's a plate cover over the A symbol to make the kit into H1 flat. What's H1 normal? Is it this or something else? Oh yeah, this looks so good. I bet this looks amazing with panel lining. But what do you color in these large cavity though? You color them gray or black? or no color at all, just panel line around it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. Shield gets attached on the forearm. And then sword. I really hope this doesn't get too loose over time. Yeah, now it feels solid. The rifle really is just very heavy for it. Okay, what? Like that. Split a bit. Oh, wait, what? On the image, it's like looking like in line with the shoulder, but on the actual, look at the range of motion for the neck. That's it. Not much, barely. Stiff neck. It was like George Clooney Batman neck. You need to lift it? Oh, there we go. Oh, you need to tilt it up. Then freeze it like that. Tilt it a bit. Like that. Cool. In fact, this should face like that. I want it to be in line with the shoulder though. There. Oh no. Can you imagine if the eyes actually light up? Nice. I feel like not dynamic enough. How is it on the image? More twisted? No, it looks off. Lift it more? Oh, I can lift it more. Like that? As much as I like the shield, it's hard to pose it with it. Because of the interaction between the shield and the shoulder piece. It gets very limited. Unless there's a workaround. Right. Let's do the two-handed weapon thing. Rifle. So you go facing front again. Face forward. Tilt down maybe. And then E. What's that sound? Okay. So sub these out. Wait, is that it? Yeah. you know, these gets taken off, and then something like that. And then these on the side. Like that. And this thing, the scope above. Oh, did I forget to put on the scope before? Like that. And then you're gonna hold this. You're gonna hold it like you're riding a bike. I feel like this is gonna be a little uncomfortable to hold. It does. Why is she holding it like a lawnmower? Gundam gardener. Okay. So all these bits come off again. Oh no, I messed up the sticker. So it must have been sticking out for that to happen. I'll flush it to the side. Where's the bits? In there. Alright. This piece goes on top. Which top? Oh, and this gets removed. So that's what I remember. And then the side bits. I feel like it should be oriented. Is that the proper word? Like this instead of like that. That feels solid. Next is this. Oh, she's really holding it like a lawnmower. I can't get that image off. Wait, where does this go? So this on the sides. Which end? Middle. Sweet. Does any of you watch Hitman Reborn? Sorry, I'm moving the backpack. Like it should be facing more towards the back to counteract the propulsion of the when it's firing this giant rifle. Anyway, so on that anime, he has like his power is basically shooting fire off of his hands, but to counter what he does is so he doesn't fly off when he fires off with one hand, is point his other hand in the opposite direction to counteract that thing. For some reason that always stuck in my head. Alright. Look at that. Watch out. She's about to mow your lawn. Alright, I like this. I think this is my favorite. This is what I thought I wanted the most before starting the build. But seeing the shield, I mean the shield just looks amazing. I was torn between those two, but now that I've done all the poses, this is my go-to. I'm curious to see what my wife would choose for the pose. On the image, she's more split for some reason. Sweet, finally. She's done. Hard to see there. Can you imagine if this was 3D? And then you get... Is there an effect like that? And then the rifle just sticks out of the frame. Oh, the green stickers are getting some reflections from the lamp. Cool. Awesome. This looks so cool. Let's try to raise B. I guess I need to raise it evenly so it doesn't look like she's holding a lawnmower. No, she's pointing up. Oh, thanks, AWOL. Finally done. Let's make it in line with her, whatever she's looking at. So it doesn't look off. Look. She's gonna blast away Totoro. Cool. Yeah, I think this is my pick for the pose. Sweet. Alright. We're gonna end there. Thanks everyone for watching, for hanging out, for everyone who's not here today, but for everyone who stopped by and hang out, shared some knowledge, tips, Gunpla, or not related to Gunpla. I've learned so much. And also I feel like I've gained a bunch of friends and joined a very good community. Because before I was very intimidated with streaming and also Gunpla. But now, not at all. Because I can just ask away. And people are more than happy to help. This looks so cool. Sorry, I can't move on. I'm just amazed with how it looks. Alright. Yeah, thanks AWOL. Yeah, so after this I'm gonna take the dive with StreamerBot and have that set up for my next hobby stream. I might do the miniature Japanese food stalls first before I get into RG Wing TV. Depends on which one I buy the shelf for, because I want to put them in clear shelf so I don't have to dust them. But yeah, this has been so much fun. Again, this is for my wife, it's not even for me, but I had so much fun building this. This was a very good kit. Alright, thanks everyone, have a nice evening, hope you had a good weekend. Monday tomorrow, but it'll be fine. We've had many Mondays in our life. But yeah, thank you again. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for the time, thanks for the knowledge. I'll see you on the next stream, whenever that is. Again, I'm gonna get into StreamerBot first. But yeah, thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.